All right, let's talk about success habits to power up your day. The 6 things successful people do each and every morning in their very first 2 hours before they even check their email or their Facebook. Are we ready for success? Folks, let's go. Let's get ready to build those success habits to power up your day. Now, what if you could do all those tasks you never seem to have time to, change all those habits you want to change, and achieve all your personal and business goals for the day? How nice would that be? Now, what if you could do this and feel energized, motivated, and inspired instead of frazzled and just completely burned out and or depressed? Listen, one of the best and most painless ways to actually achieve this lies in simply adjusting your morning routine. I'm talking about changing the first 2 hours of your day before you even check your email or your Facebook. That may even include, maybe not even, keeping your phone in your room. Now, some of you are going to probably say, well, my phone is my alarm clock. Hey, leave the phone on the living room and buy a freaking alarm clock. All right? Let's do that. That's one of those success habits that we need to accomplish. Now, we're going to get there, okay? But changing what you do in the first 2 hours out of every day may not seem like that big of a deal. And the good news is, it isn't. All right, but you're changing the two most important hours of your day. Think a snowball at the top of a hill. It may be about 10 inches in diameter, start rolling down a snow-covered hill and picks up more and more snow, growing larger and larger and larger. Come on, we've seen the cartoons. We know how that happens, right? We may have never done it in person. We may not even live or ever seen snow. I have, but if maybe you haven't, but but you've seen it in cartoons. You've seen it in the movies where they make these little snowballs and they just keep going down. Well, anyhow, by the time your snowball reaches the bottom of the hill, depending on the type of snow and depth of the hill, it could easily be 3 to 4 times the diameter you started with. You didn't spend any more time or energy packing it up with snow. You just started it off, and the right spot and momentum took over. It tripled and quadrupled your efforts and grew all by itself. That's what changing the first 2 hours of the day can do for you. It makes you achieve better results and be left with better energy and less stress than you ever force yourself to rearrange every single work hour. And its effect is exponential. Now, let's get on with it, all right? Here's step 1, getting ready for success. Mark this down, take notes. This is getting ready for success. This is your very first step. There's 6 steps, and we're going to go through them in order. But this is the very first one and perhaps one of the most important ones. I can't not emphasize that enough. Number 1, set your alarm a little earlier than usual. Do this so you will have time to really make the most out of the next morning, your next morning's first 2 hours. I cannot emphasize this. You're going to see it here in just a second because success leaves clues. Set your alarm a little earlier than usual. Go to bed a little earlier. This may be something that you have to perhaps physically commit to. Going to bed. Make sure you get enough sleep. Don't try to get up early while you're going to bed at the usual time. No, you got to make a change. If you're going to make a change in one side, you got to make a change in the other. Get up earlier means that you got to go to bed a little earlier too. Open your curtains. If you know you're going to likely to get out of bed first thing, because this night is still dark or something, open the curtains. I'm luckily have some lights right across the street from our master bedroom that pretty much stay on all night for security reasons. But I live in the country, but it's beautiful because there's always light out there, and we don't open our curtains, but we get to see the light coming right through it. So as soon as the sun is up, it's just a little brighter and we're up. But anyhow, we're already up before then. But success leaves clues, like I was talking to you about. Look at this: Tim Cook, Mark Zuckerberg, Virat Kohli, Barack Obama. They all get up extremely early and they have very, very specific routines. Here's Warren Buffett: 6:45. He reads 10 newspapers every day before he even looks at emails or anything. He wants to be informed of what's happening before he starts the world. How about Jack Ma? 6 o'clock a.m. He goes straight to work, but he has a routine he does too. He exercises, he walks, he takes care of things. How about Mukesh Ambani? And the list of successful people, folks, goes on. Oprah Winfrey, you talk about it, and Tim Cook. Any of those successful people, Tony Robbins, that you know today and that you admire, they all have very, very specific morning routines. Now, and they all have one thing in common too. They all get up early. They all do this. They all drink a glass of water. Yes, I know the urge to coffee is overpowering. I have it too, and I have was something that I still work through. Okay, but just sip the glass of water first. If you really can't stand water, try a little quality green tea or something like this. Yeah, I know we have a little bit of carbonate that we put in ours, and a couple of drops of lemon. And that's something that I drank. We go for a walk, 45-minute walk, and we come back, and then we're ready for our shower and get our day going, and our cup of coffee, and our meditation's been done, and our prayers have been done, and we're grateful. So some of the habits, and we're going to get into them a little bit later, and more specifically, how you can structure your money so you can your morning so you can get these things done, because they're very five specific, but 6 steps that you got to take. So anyhow, don't put sweeteners and sugar. That's one of the worst things that you can do. It's going to defeat the entire purpose. A pinch. Try those flavor drops from the supermarket. Again, I wanted you to stay away from that, but actually one of the things that I found that worked the best for me is cold water out of the refrigerator. The colder the better. Just take a few sips and that gets you going. All right. Now, exercise for 15 minutes. If you can even add 15 minutes of exercise to this routine, you're going to reap even more benefits. Why? It's going to get your body going. You're going to start burning more calories. You're going to feel much, much better about yourself. Now, don't overdo it. Don't go brutal out there, and then so the next day, you're hurting. Take it easy, okay? One at a time. If you haven't done push-ups in a long time for your meals, try to do one. I said try to do one, and that's it. Don't go for two. Just do one. Maybe one another day. Maybe the third or fourth day you can pump out two, and you're gonna feel better. You're gonna build a little resistance. Eventually, you get up to five again, and you do that consistently for a couple of days, and then you'll be able to get to 6 or 7. But and the same for women. You want to do little squats. You want to do a couple of rowing movements and things like that with your arms. Just don't overdo it. Don't kill yourself. Just do a few and build up from there. You are going to accomplish a lot much more. Even people who are mobility challenged can opt to find a form of exercise they can easily do in the home for 15 minutes. Try yoga, okay? That's a wonderful exercise. You can do it sitting down, but it takes the concentration to do the exercise, all right? And that's what we're trying to get to. Now, don't rush into heavy aerobics. We're just talking about take it easy, all right? Take care of yourself. One of the things that you can do is a 15-minute walk, set some stretches, 15 minutes on an exercise bike or treadmill, walk around your home, go up and down your stairs, dancing to a favorite CD or show as you're making, your coffee or something like that, catching the first 15 minutes of a favorite fitness show, something like this. Take it easy, okay? Now, optional on the habits many successful dynamic entrepreneurs have developed is this: start the day with a fresh green smoothie. Now, you're probably going to say, no, I don't like that kind of stuff, but listen, give it a try. At least for 1 week. Commit to that. Commit to your success. Commit to your own future, and at least try it for 1 week. I'm not here to push any one particular one over the other. Go buy your own stuff if you want. There's lots of good recipes that you can get online, but try it. I did, and it was fantastic. So this is some of the benefits that you are actually going to see. 6 of them primarily. You stop the heartburn, reduce or eliminate hunger between meals and food cravings, help you lose weight, heal your intestines, solve a lot of bowel problems, and give you more energy. You're actually going to love it. I actually ended up having some for a couple of days, and not even wanting my cup of coffee after that, which I thought it was quite surprising. But anyhow, try a smoothie, and see how quickly you tick off the boxes on the list above. How hard is it to make a smoothie? Hey, listen, this is your spy. All you need is a magic bullet, and here's just $39 for a magic bullet. But you probably already have a blender at home, so you don't need to go out there and spend anything extra or additional. Some you can even buy them in the market already done. I don't suggest that, but you can do it. But anyhow, add protein powder if you like. I know I do. I add a couple of scoops of protein powder to my green shakes. I don't do it every morning, but I do it like every other morning, every 2-3 mornings. I add some protein powder just to, shake up a little bit the shake. But anyhow, or leafy greens, spinach, you can add it. I actually tried that. It was pretty cool. I actually ended up adding some vegetables that I would not normally eat to my smoothies. The first time I took a sip, I thought I'm not going to like this. And it was surprising that I actually ended up drinking it with some of the vegetables that I would normally not eat by themselves. But anyhow, it was interesting. It was a good experiment for myself, Or here's another good example, join the 21-day green club. That way you're going to have a challenge. You can, buy some things that they sell online. Here's a link for one that you can get. I'll post that separately in the group so you can have it other than the recording. But anyhow, this is the first step, all right? Tomorrow we're going to talk about step 2 on the 6th step, which is feed your soul. But right now, let's recap. Okay, what does it take to get ready for success? First of all, the first thing you want to do is you want to set up your alarm clock. Set it up a little earlier than usual. And as a matter of fact, why don't you use this group right here, right now, as your accountability group? Go ahead and let us know at what time do you plan to get up tomorrow, and then on that same thread, just keep updating it. Yes, I made it. No, I didn't. I had to change something, or something happened. I couldn't go to bed earlier. But use this group and start a thread right below this, and continue to update that same thread, so you don't have to repost. Just continue to make that thread bigger, and use this group as your accountability group. What time are you going to set your alarm clock tomorrow? That's maybe 10-15 minutes earlier than you normally would, so that you start making that new change, taking that new step, getting ready for success, and use us. Okay, so now we know that we're going to get a little earlier, we're going to go to bed a little bit earlier. Also, you got to make that commitment. And number 3, we have open your curtains. Come on, nobody's really going to look, right? So just open it. And number 4, important, please do this. Drink a glass of water. Try to avoid or postpone your coffee if you can. Exercise for 15 minutes and start the day with a green smoothie. Folks, this is how you get ready for success. You start making those changes in your life, so that eventually they'll become significant. Right now, it's just getting up 10-15 minutes earlier. Maybe, just sit up on your bed, raise your arms a couple of times. I'm not going to say do a complete squat, or maybe take a couple of those lunges, steps to the bathroom, and that's it. But make a change, make a definitive change, and eventually they will become massive. Just like the snowball. You get a little ball of snow at the top of a hill, and you roll it, and eventually it will grow and it will change without you taking any more energy. So do that, commit to these changes, and tomorrow we're going to talk about how to feed your soul. All right? Take care, folks. That was step 1 on the success habits.